Column charts are used to show values for categories of data. What we'll do is highlight data in good and bad methods to show you how to highlight the data for creating your column chart. In this example, we have our shelter names, numbers, and quarterly expenses, as well as the total expenses. What I'm going to do here first is highlight in a not so good way to show you how that will affect your chart. I want to show the names of the rescues as well as their quarterly expenses. I'm going to highlight the rescue name, press Control and hold that down while I highlight the labels and the data. The labels will feed into the chart. If I go to Insert Recommended Charts, it's not able to show me a recommended chart. Now I can go to my other charts here for column charts, and you can see this is a very bad chart. It does not tell me anything at all about the data. I'm going to delete that because I can't really edit that to make that a good chart. The reason that it's creating such a bad chart is the way I highlighted the data. Let's look. In the rescue names, I've highlighted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 cells. So there are 10 cells here, and for the others, I highlighted 11 cells. What we need to do is use parallel highlighting. Because we highlighted a different number of cells, it's confused and cannot create a proper chart. In this case, I'm going to highlight this blank cell all the way down to row 13, press Control, and then highlight the other data as we had before. This is active cell, that's why it's actually highlighted, but it's not showing the gray there. Now you can see it's parallel highlighting. We're going to go back to recommended charts, and we can choose the column chart here, or we can go to the different column charts here as well. This is a nice chart. You can easily read this chart and the legend, the quarterly expenses for each shelter. All we would need to do is give that a nice name. You can click here. Press Enter, and you've got your column chart created. Let's look at the chart elements for a column chart. You have your chart title and the value labels. You have the x-axis label, the category names, and the legend, along with the columns for each of the quarters. Each of the columns is what we call a data point. If I select a column and it highlights all of the columns in the series, that's considered a series. It's the series of, for example, this one is fourth quarter expenses. But if I just select one, and I'm just clicking twice, not double clicking, that's going to select just this, and it's considered a data point within that data series. If you click somewhere in the white space and select the entire chart, that's the chart area. You select the area right around the chart, that's considered the plot area. For editing the chart, I'm not going into a lot of detail. You can use these options, which are very handy. The chart elements allow you to change different elements on the chart. For example, you can add labels, grid lines, and so forth. You can use the sub-menus, and there are always more options in order to edit the chart. You can change the style and color of the chart, and you can filter the chart from here. Maybe I only want a few of these to show, so I can deselect some of those and apply it. and there are fewer rescues in the chart. If you want to edit parts of the chart, you can double click on that part of the chart and you'll get a pane which will show you different options for the chart, and you can just click on each one of those options to see how to edit those parts of the chart. You also have options under the chart design for the chart styles, colors. The quick layouts might be helpful if you wanted to include specific pieces or elements on your chart in different places. You can change your chart type, move the chart to a different sheet, and if you don't like the way you've selected your data, you can select it here. And you can also switch rows and columns. If you right-click on the chart, you also have some different options for editing as well. The main thing is to be careful in how you highlight that data for your chart.